So I'm like, was this intentional? Were you trying to do something that looks like you're helping the child, but really like you did it in an aggressive way to the point where like he's connecting dots as to why he's feeling a sense of discomfort? Like, what's really good? When your child tells you something, believe it and take action on it. So that's what I did. Hey NAYvy, welcome back to my channel. Woo! As y'all can see by the title, let's talk daycare. It's been years since we've had a daycare discussion, okay? But we're back today. And let me start off by saying I'm actually back on a better, how do I say this? In a better space. If I made this video like weeks ago, it probably wouldn't have been pretty. It probably would have escalated to measures that we probably wouldn't want. Y'all probably wouldn't want to see Nay in that state. So I'm just happy to be here and able to articulate what has transpired when it comes to daycare. Whew, let's just start off by saying, like, if you know anything about being a mother or being a parent, you know that the daycare search is very sensitive, it's very tedious, it's very nerve-wracking, all the things, because you're literally paying a lot of money to have your child under someone else's care, multiple people at that. So it's a lot, okay? It's a lot mentally, it's a lot financially, it's a lot physically, getting up, dropping them, all the things. So it, for me at least, it's such an important part of being a parent, and I take it very serious. So we've had bad experiences in the past when he was younger, which was even worse because when your child is younger, they can't even like talk to express themselves. So that's the part that hurts the most when something does go wrong when it comes to child care. It's like you're literally using your mother, I'm sorry, I keep saying mother, I'm doing that from my point of view, but your parent intuition to gauge if this is the right place for your child, and of course along with like how they react and, you know, their expressions maybe at that point. But anyways, I'm just so glad. If you don't know, Kyson is 4 now, he'll be 5 in October, but I'm glad that he's so expressive. He can talk, he could tell me what happened front to back, top to bottom, beginning of the day to end of the day, especially a kid like Kyson who is so curious. Oh, I can't wait to do more day in the lives. Because we back, y'all. We back active. We're going to do some morning times, nighttime, day in the life type stuff. But he's so expressive. He's so curious. He's so talkative. When I say the details are down to a T. So anyways, that's the good part now. But let's talk about this situation, because I can ramble on and on about daycare in general. So basically, I withdrew Kyson from this daycare that he's been going to for years. Now, in between his whole time of being in daycare, he's gone to, I think, 3 different daycares so far. But this last daycare is one that he went to from the very beginning, and then he actually left because we moved. And that one was just horrible. Goodness, it was horrible. Whew, it was a YMCA, but it was in Bankhead. Lord. I'm trying to think about if I want to name drop or not. I'm in a better space now, so I'm not. 2 weeks ago, I was on expose mode. I'm on report mode, which I'm still reporting. But anyways, now I withdrew him from the daycare. Miss isn't one of your teachers anymore, unfortunately. And I don't know, buddy. This might be one of your last days at this daycare, but we can still connect with your friends and stuff, okay? Okay. Because we don't want anyone treating you bad, right?
I don't want to hang out with my friends.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This might be your last time coming to this daycare, because Mommy's going to try to find you a new daycare to go to.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to go to a new one?
Yeah.
Why?
But I like new ones.
But did you like this one?
No.
Tell the truth.
No.
It's okay if you did, but what they were telling me and what you said about how they're treating you, no one treats you like that. Love you. You're a really, really, really good kid. You know that? You're a really good kid. And this daycare he's been going to for a long time, besides that phase where he moved, but then we ended up coming back. So I don't know, I just had a lot of, like, overall the daycare is good, but the staff, just horrible. The turnaround time, horrible. Different situations have occurred to where it made me feel like uncomfortable, but like I said, the daycare search is very, very, very difficult. So it's like, if you don't have to move your child, then it's like, I kind of would try to stick through situations if it can be stuck through. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't horrible, if it wasn't endangering anyone, if it's something that could be talked about or addressed, if my concerns could be talked about, like, it's like, okay, let's mend it, let's see how we can work differently with this, whatever. So there have been situations where I have had to bring things to the forefront and have meetings, but then it just became like other people started leaving for reasons, and I've become friends with, Kyson has become friends with other kids, and I have become friends with other parents. We've gone to, like, birthday parties together. They've been invited to, you know, his birthday. Like, we speak, we communicate, we know what's going on in and out of the school. So some of the things that some of the other parents were experiencing, you know, I knew about, and I'm like, that happened to your kid here? This is the type of stuff that's going on here? But, like, it was never nothing specific with Kyson that was very, very, very extreme until recently. And I'm not even going to expose, like, the depths of what happened, but I do want to expose on a surface level basis what was going on, so you guys can be aware and know the red flags to look out for. So the first red flag basically is the turnaround time. Teachers are always leaving, always, and it is never no heads up from the director. It's always something that has to do with drama that has nothing to do with the kids. It's just like the students are just not the priority. They're hiring anyone who needs a job, because it's so hard for people to get jobs out here. Like, so the credentials have gone down. And mind you, I'm thinking since it's quality rated and they have these requirements, like, everything's okay. But everything just started declining, y'all. Like, the curriculum, it's like, Kyson is so smart. He's not being challenged there. And then, like, certain situations, you know, kids go through their stages with the tantrums and things like that. And a lot of the situations just haven't been handled in a way that I'm comfortable with. So the most recent situation, one of the teachers once again left, and it was one of the teachers that we were close with and Kyson was close with, and she ended up making phone calls to the parents, which was also messy. Basically, the teacher made some phone calls and basically said what's been going on in the classrooms, and it's so easy to believe because similar situations have happened to where other parents have withdrew their children from the school as well. So it was an easy, like, oh, that's what's going on. So this situation that y'all called me about, this is really how it went down. Basically a sense of mishandling. We'll leave it at that. And also another thing that Kyson expressed to me was that something was hurting him or making him uncomfortable. And I was like, oh, why? Like, did anything happen? Like, da-da-da-da. And he expressed back to me that one of his teachers did something too hard, too forceful, and where he was experiencing some discomfort is like, could have stemmed from like that. Now, what the teacher did was something normal to do, but it was also random because they've never done it before. And Kyson is like basically a grown man. Like, he does everything for himself. So it's like, and this happened after I brought something up to the teacher's attention, basically saying, you know, if he is acting out of control or if he's too much, I'd rather you just call me to come get him instead of, like, you know, aggressively speaking to him or speaking out of character or, like, you know, grasping him up or doing anything to where it's like just not okay. Like, just call me, and like if he's out of control, and I'll come get him type thing. And they dismissed. They were like, oh no, like, it's fine, da da da, this and that and the third. If anything, like, he'll be sent to the office or sent, you know, it'll be calmed down. If it can't be controlled, but we don't do that, da 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 da, whatever. Cool, like a simple conversation, but I'm still like on edge. I'm still watching. I'm still da da da, this, that, and the third, right? So after I had that conversation with the teachers is when, like, a few days later, Kyson expressed this situation to me. So I'm like, okay, that's weird, and I didn't like that because I don't know exactly what happened, But either way, like, he's never expressed needing help with what the teacher helped him with up until a few days after I confronted, not even confronted, but I like addressed, you know, that situation. So I'm like, was this intentional? Were you trying to do something that looks like you're helping the child, but really like you did it in an aggressive way to the point where like he's connecting dots as to why he's feeling a sense of discomfort? Like, what's really good? No one had him locked in the bathroom. No one was holding the door. He was in the bathroom crying. Like, there's no, they're like, where is the proof of that? The stuff that she's saying, and basically saying they definitely understand, like, wanting to get a peace of mind, and like, but if any kid was ever getting like abusive treatment or like feeling like neglected, a kid is gonna like make that known, like, especially a kid like Tyson. Like, basically just saying like, don't hesitate to talk to them down in the front office if I feel the need to maybe get an understanding. But it's been in the works of her leaving for months now. It's been multiple meetings and stuff to get the classroom back on an organized and scheduled pace. Basically acting like it's unfortunate, and they've been hurt by it because it's seeming like they're coming off a certain way when they care for the kids just as much, and no one sees the whole picture. And if it was that important, then she should have said something in that moment, like by law, by mandate.
Classroom, that's not that she can't deny, because Kaiser did tell you that that's what she did.
I did bring it up. I did bring it up.
And what did she say about that?
I mean, if it got to a point where like she couldn't control him, like running around to the point where he's about to hurt himself, and she tried the first approach of asking him like to calm down and getting him to calm down and just like talking to him and basically getting him to calm down basically. But it didn't work, and so she was like, I can literally ask any of the other teachers, anyone who was there. Like, I guess that was her last resort type of thing, is how she made it seem. He was gonna either hurt himself or he wasn't calming down in that moment. So that wasn't her first resort. But she didn't deny, she didn't lie about it. But she also said that she didn't lock him in the bathroom either. Like, there's a video showing him banging on the window in the bathroom, but no one was holding the door. No one was like holding him in there.
That doesn't. It's also you're working with a lot of kids. This is not your first child that's acting like this. You should have a way to handle them that's not can't be perceived as abusive.
Yeah.
You mean her parents are bringing it up? You mean?
Yeah, like, because she wasn't surprised. They weren't surprised when. Yeah. You know, I brought it up. They're like, let me just like say, like, they were ready to explain. And so in the moment, it was kind of just like those two things was like, it's making me feel iffy. It's like, and of course they like kind of like belittle the situation if it's brought up. I've also felt a sense of gaslighting when I do bring stuff to their attention, like acting like everything's just so perfect and this didn't happen. But when your child tells you something, believe it and take action on it. So that's what I did. Yo, when I say my parents were just like it's just unsettling for everyone not knowing what's really going on in these schools. And I'm not taking any chances. Like, just because when it's your child, you just have to, before anything gets to a point to where you can't come back from it, or it is a situation where you don't know what's happening, run. Like, I'll find new childcare. So that's what I did. That was your last day, buddy?
No.
What? You knew. Come on. You knew. He knew.
What kind of run is that?
Like, you should have a standard for who you are hiring. Like, if those people are applying. Hold on, Kyson. If those people who have never worked in childcare before are applying, don't hire them.
Like the ones that are there, that you let in the door, that we realize may not be holding the standard. Like, you have to have zero tolerance for some things. Because we had one teacher who knows names once. Like, you have to have zero tolerance.
I feel like the school just isn't abiding by the policies that we were promised when it comes to what we're paying for. So that's it. Like, he's out of that school. And you know what, when it comes to name dropping, definitely feel free to send me a message if you want to know the exact school, if you live in Atlanta, you want to know the exact school that I'm referring to. But this is like I think you would call it like a chain. So I'll let you know, because I don't want anyone else to have to experience what I've experienced. I won't say the exact location because there's multiple ones in multiple locations all over Atlanta and Georgia. But it was a Goddard school. And I'm not saying this out of spite. I'm not saying this out of like trying to make anyone lose business, whatever. Like, but I'm doing this for awareness, because it's just not right how these schools are functioning, and a lot of stuff ends up like on the news, and I'm looking at that like, yo, like even the stuff that I just heard at these other schools, it's like it's like not too far off. Like I could see it happening here, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's basically the situation that we're in now. It's been a lot, you guys. It has been a lot, but I don't want this video to be too long. I could go on and on because the emotions have been different every day, but we're in a good place now. Like, stay tuned for his new daycare journey, y'all. He's in a new place. Ooh, just stay tuned. I have so much to say about it. So many positive things to say about where he's at now. Like, hi. I was interested in getting more information about your school and just seeing if you have availability. I'm interested in my son. I'm looking for new childcare for him.
What is the age?
He's 4. He'll be 5. Yeah, he turns 5 in October. So I don't know if you also offered pre-K.
Yes, we do have pre-K. The tuition for that group is $385 a week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into this and maybe set up a tour. So far so good. So yeah, stay tuned for more updates. If you want to know anything else that's like a little more personal, I would just say send me a message, like DM me, because you know I don't want to put too much out there. But long story short, like everything is okay, y'all. It's not to the point like everything's out of awareness. Like the reporting is out of just awareness to help other parents. This video to help other parents. So trust me, Kyson is okay. Like if it was anything super bad or crazy, I wouldn't even have time to be sitting here making no video. So just know that. But it's just things that I was uncomfortable with, and something had to change. So yeah, that is our daycare story as of now. I also needed to make this video while he wasn't home because kids be listening and repeating and all the things. So let's chat in the comments. What are your experiences? Have you experienced anything similar? Yeah, continue following our journey. I'm gonna try to keep you guys more in the loop on things. I'm back posting regularly, so stay tuned. I love you guys. Thank you for always supporting us, and we gonna get through it, baby. We gonna get through it, okay? Love you guys. Bye, NAYvy. Mwah.